Breaking at 11, an explosive debate in what's become one of the most dramatic presidential battles in modern history.
Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump just spent more than an hour attacking each other and their policies. Atlanta News First political reporter Doug Reardon here with us in the studio.
Now, Doug, Atlanta again taking center stage this election.
Yeah, and it certainly did during the last debate. That's kind of what led to this shift in the Democratic candidate that we saw on stage tonight. So Trump accused Kamala Harris of working with the Justice Department to pull together his election interference case in Fulton County, and that got a mention on stage tonight. He called Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis out by name, in fact. It was one of those heated moments in an hour plus of nothing but that, starting with a question to candidates about their plan for the economy.
On the debate stage in Philadelphia, in the heart of battleground state Pennsylvania, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris duked it out on stage for their first and likely only debate. The first question on the economy, an issue Americans care deeply about.
She copied Biden's plan. I created one of the greatest economies in the history of our country.
Harris attacking Trump's proposal to impose tariffs on all imported goods.
My opponent, on the other hand, his plan is to do what he has done before, which is to provide a tax cut for billionaires and big corporations, which will result in $5 trillion to America's deficit. My opponent has a plan that I call the Trump's sales tax, which would be a 20% tax on everyday goods that you rely on.
The candidates were also pressed on another polarizing issue, abortion. Trump saying he supports exceptions for rape, incest, and a mother's life, but stood behind the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade.
I believe strongly in it. Ronald Reagan did also. 85% of Republicans do. Exceptions, very important. But we were able to get it, and now states are voting on it.
The government, and Donald Trump certainly, should not be telling a woman what to do with her body.
And Atlanta getting a moment on stage during a back and forth about Trump's recent criminal convictions and his still ongoing election interference case in Fulton County.
They weaponized the Justice Department. Every one of those cases was involved with the DOJ, from Atlanta and Fani Willis to the Attorney General of New York and
Vice President Harris.
Well, I think this is so rich, coming from someone who has been prosecuted for national security crimes, economic crimes, election interference.
And probably no surprise, immigration also a big topic tonight. Trump laid the border crisis at the feet of Harris, who was tasked with handling that for the Biden administration. Harris responded by saying she has spent her career prosecuting drug and gun cartels as a prosecutor in California. Carly, Blair.
And Doug, we just got the response from both campaigns commenting on how each candidate fared in this debate tonight. Trump's campaign said the former president prosecuted what they called Harris's abysmal record of failure that has hurt Americans for the last 4 years. The Harris camp said their candidate will turn the page once and for all on, quote, the darkness and division of Donald Trump.